You paid $14 for a drive-thru combo and still felt hungry. You're not wrong, fast food's value promise is cracking. Today, we're exposing the great fast food value collapse, why brands that raised prices for years are now closing stores, backpedaling on menus, and scrambling in emergency meetings. Stay with me as we break down the 5 biggest offenders, like Subway's mass closures and Panera's $12 coffee moment, and the cheaper, healthier moves you can make instead, from grocery rotisserie swaps to independent shops that beat chains on price to quality every time. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
All of them operated by the same franchisee who was accused of operating some locations illegally for months. Hundreds of employees out of work with no warning, as more than a dozen Panera Bread locations have shut down all across the Houston area.
That's right, Anthony. This is one of 15 Panera Bread locations that's now closed and has signs like this on the door.
If you're paying steakhouse prices for heat lamp food, something snapped. So which chains crossed the line first? Let's start with the problem you feel in your wallet. Prices climbed. Quality and portions didn't. You pay more, wait longer, and walk out with a lighter bag and a heavier sigh. So people are voting with their feet, and it is not toward the drive-thru. It is toward the grocery aisle, rotisserie chicken, deli bread, and a tub of greens that feed 2 for the same price as one combo. The industry waved the inflation flag to explain it all, but here's the real kicker. There's a value gap. Tickets went up, the food stayed the same, and the lines slowed as menus bloated with limited-time stunts.
Customers pulling up to this Burger King on Grand River near Evergreen are not having their way, and they're not happy about it. 26 Burger King franchises operated by EYM King of Michigan are closing. The company sent a letter to the Michigan Department of Labor stating they will permanently cease operations due to unforeseen circumstances and fail to reach a resolution with Burger King Corporation.
That gap is like a wobbly chair. You can sit for a while, but once it tips, you stand and never come back. Subway is the clearest crack. The eat fresh pitch turned stale once you were paying premium prices for fillings that tasted bland next to quicker rivals. That mismatch shows up in the closures, over 600 US stores gone in 2024 alone. That isn't a tweak. That is mass rejection. When a chain built on convenience and value charges more while serving the same sad lettuce and tired sauces, loyalty folds fast. You can only sell a footlong that eats like a 6-inch for so long before people cross the street.
Diners worn down by economic woes. McDonald's will now discount 8 popular combo meals by 15%. McDonald's is cutting prices in the US as consumers rein in spending. That was according to the Wall Street Journal on Wednesday. A change. It reportedly sees the company offer financial support to franchisees if they agree to drop prices.
The pattern isn't random. Years of small hikes pile up like fees on a phone bill. Most folks shrug at a quarter here, 50 cents there, until the bill hits a number that triggers a hard no. When budgets tighten, good enough turns into skip it. That's when perceived staleness becomes a deal breaker, and the lunch line thins. Now let's move on to Panera. When a plain bagel sits at about $8 and the coffee touches 12, the healthy fast casual glow fades. In suburbs where it once anchored errands and laptop lunches, the math stopped working. You can buy a dozen bakery bagels and brew at home for the cost of one run.
He is a big bun.
Wendy's is slimming down.
Where's the beef?
Announcing plans to close hundreds of locations through next year.
Burger King, Lord, not Wendy's, not Wendy's.
It's the latest sign of a dining dip across casual and fast food chains. This group is facing several headwinds, including unemployment, increased student loan repayment, and slower real wage growth.
Closures follow when regulars start replicating the menu from their fridge. TGI Fridays shows how nostalgia loses to trust. Bankruptcy headlines collide with fake mozzarella sticks, and the vibe goes from throwback fun to staged. Shrinking to fewer than 85 US locations by early 2025 tells you the story in one line. If guests doubt the cheese in the appetizer, they won't gamble on the bill for the entree.
and from some others that really serve that Gen Z customer, and seeing a little bit of a drop-off in sales.
From burgers and burritos to a salad slowdown, Sweetgreen is also warning about a younger customer pullback, with Applebee's owner Dine Brands Global and McDonald's pushing to focus on value.
McDonald's is putting value back.
Even Chick-fil-A is not immune. The service darling meets sticker shock as combos inch toward the mid-teens and higher in some markets. When a chicken sandwich, fries, and a drink cross that line, some fans pause, and a few stores closed in 2024 and 2025.
And there's 15 stores with an average of between 40 to 60 employees per store.
Franchisee, they're in a lot of hot water. Panera Bread is suing them, and they owe people tens of millions of dollars. Chad Rainey is one of the hundreds of employees who abruptly lost their jobs when EYM Cafe filed for bankruptcy this month.
The drive-thru choreography still looks sharp. The receipt is the problem. KFC is the family meal flip. A bucket was supposed to be the easy win for a weeknight. But when that bucket hits a price that triggers a "we'll cook at home" moment, the spell breaks. People grab a grocery rotisserie, bag salad, and rolls, and feed four without the grease hangover or the extra sides they didn't want.
Investing $75 million in part to simplify menus and remodel some restaurants. Analysts say if consumers continue to ditch dining out, the return of the snack wrap. Bloomin' Brands, operator of Outback Steakhouse, Carrabba's, and Bonefish Grill, says it's going back to basics.
Trends, value deals are the new battleground for big brands, and while customers may be trading convenience to save on costs, it's clear
what ties these five together is simple. They banked on you not noticing the creep. You did. Once the total pushes past what the food tastes like, you make a new habit. Grocery rotisserie beats the bucket. Independent sandwich shops stack fresher meat and better bread for less than a premium sub. Local pizza throws a crisp crust and clean sauce that land under chain pricing without the coupon gymnastics. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone. And if you're wondering what to swap next time, start with lunch. One store-bought loaf, deli turkey, and a ripe tomato can cover days for less than one fast casual order. The truth is, this collapse isn't just higher costs. It's a busted value promise. When price outruns taste, portion, and speed, you opt out. Like a vending machine that eats your dollar and jams, you stop pressing the button. Let's start with your next meal. Swap one chain run this week for a grocery or local pick. Track the receipt and the leftovers. You'll probably see better flavor, more food, and less waste. Keep what works and ditch what doesn't. Now, if you want more straight talk like this, like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets.